All right, so we got some other news coming out. Speaking of injury, we got Dan Hooker, unfortunately, is going to be out of UFC coming up here on next Saturday. He was supposed to be taking on Justin Gaethje, and that was going to be one hell of a fight. I know a lot of people were excited to see that one. That was going to be on the same Pereira card, and now they're trying to figure out what to do next. Just looking over the lightweight rankings in this one, it's going to be kind of hard for them to replace anything at this point. You got Poirier maybe, but he's pretty much that's
he wants one last fight in New Orleans,
right? And he's going to make that one a special one, and he's earned that one. Dan Hooker's not young either. Dan Hooker, I believe, is 35 years old, so this was going to be like his last hoorah to maybe get that title. He hadn't had a title shot before. BC, would you rather see a short notice fight for Gaethje or just possibly put it on UFC 314?
I'd say just put it off. I know that's probably not going to be Dana White's forte. He's always going to try to go for the big money fights. But at this point, I'd feel comfortable. I mean, we talked about before, the UFC's in a great spot right now. And 314 is already really stacked. But for me, I don't feel bad about if they just want to make a stacked card even more stacked. You know, like just make the fight happen. Let these guys get healthy. Let Hooker get a shot to get that championship like we talked about earlier, and just, you know, you'll be fine. You're not gonna lose as much money as I think people might allude to. Like I
don't think Hooker's gonna get the. I think if they're gonna have to find a replacement. Hooker broke his hand. Like he's gonna be out for a little bit of time. I don't know if you've seen the video or not, but he's literally posted videos. His hand looks nasty right now. So I don't think Hooker's gonna get that shot, and it's gonna be a little bit of time. It might be the end of the year if he's lucky. If he gets that next shot on there. What about you, G Mike? Would you rather see just added to a stacked card, or would you like to see in a emergency, let's throw somebody in there on like a week's notice because the fight is supposed to take place next Saturday?
I would definitely like to see a stacked card, no doubt, because I would like to see these two fight. I think it was going to be an amazing fight for sure. They're both dogs, and they both go at it for sure. But I'm with you. I think that Dana White, and like, you're already going to see his hand is already broken. He's gonna be out for what, 6 to 8 months. He's not going to want to wait. He's going to want to give Justin Gaethje a shot, and Gaethje's going to want to fight somebody right now too. I'm pretty sure he's not going to want to wait. So if both sides, Dana's team and then Gaethje's team, both say, "Yo, let's find a replacement. I want to fight in this card," it's going to happen, and I feel like that's what's going to go down.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I would think it's going to be on 315 and not 314, just before the amount of time, so it gives both camps a little bit of extra time. And where would you put him in that slot without having to knock another one of those out? We just talked about it last week on how stacked that card is already. You know, I mean, you can always take another headliner, but I would think it would be smarter for UFC probably just to move it to maybe 315, but that one doesn't have as many main events coming up, and that gives Gaethje and whoever the replacement fight's going to be a little bit more time in training camp, so they could put together even a better fight. But yeah, just such crappy news, man. Dan Hooker's a hell of a fighter, and Gaethje is always awesome. He's going to put on a show, man. So that one really sucks. I was looking forward to that one.
And who do you think is going to win this fight?
Out of them two?
Yeah.
I would have took Gaethje.
I like the way that Hooker fought last time, man. I don't know. I feel like he brought a lot of intensity, and he didn't quit for nothing. Like even when he was getting smacked, he was like, "Yo, I'm not quitting. I'm gonna keep coming at you," and that's what he kept doing.
And it is kind of hard to forget whenever Gaethje, man, that UFC 300, man, that was one of the coolest moments, and like that was my favorite moment, I think, of like the year for like almost all sports, when Holloway and him got in there. He just pointed at the ring and said, "Let's go!" Like that was one of the coolest moments I've ever seen, man. And
at that last second too.
Yeah, unfortunately for Gaethje, he just got rocked.
Bombs.
But man, that was just a cool moment. But I think that's the kind of fight you're going to get with these two guys as well.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I think that they're going to be absolute just throwing hands and trying to prove a point out there. So that one's a shame that we're not going to be able to get a chance to see that one. But it's definitely, I think, going to probably be back in the works. And whoever they get to replace that, there's a lot of still good fighters that's available in there, you know. So I think they'll be all right, because UFC had the lightweight division is pretty nice right now. Getting a little bit older. Some of these guys are going to be on their way out pretty soon, but there's still a lot of quality fighters in that top 10 division that can, you know, make another fight for him or something. So, well, I'm sure Dana's got this under control, and he'll figure something out for it, but.